Okay, this is OK here, and we're going to do a Crazyhouse puzzle stream. And just to introduce you also to this website, zhchess.blogspot.com. The latest blog was the halftime recap of the 2018 CWC Candidates Round Robin Tournament. It's best 11 players in the world playing each other. This is not the latest. This is about a week ago. A couple of weeks ago. And here you can see in the calendar the upcoming matches, and you can see the videos of all the candidates matches played so far, and some recap videos from the first half of the tournament. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to play this computer study of some of the mating combinations in the first half of the Crazyhouse World Championship. So, let's go. So we started this last time in Crazyhouse Puzzle Stream 1. So this is now another, the second continuation of the puzzle stream. The first puzzle stream was dedicated mainly to the ZH 10+10 League, and now we're going to look at some puzzles from the CWC candidates. Yeah, this was a time pressure. Okay, so I think queen here, king here, pawn here. Or maybe, let's think. Queen here, king here. I want to push the king. Why is this? I thought this was easy. Right, okay, let's think. So I can't check with the knight, so I've got to go queen here, king takes knight. If I did pawn here, the king could run forwards. Oh yeah, and then I've got pawn here, king runs forwards, and rook here is checkmate. Okay, excellent. So I don't need to use the pawn in hand. I can use the pawn on the board. It's quite subtle. Pushes it back. Yes, then I can drop the pawn here, and then that forces him here, which blocks the defense of this pawn, so this queen can come in and mate. So that's the first puzzle of the day. Oh, so I think I need to turn the computer on. Oh, that's sad. So that puzzle is broken. So it should be a puzzle against the computer. Let's see. Ah, it's because the computer wasn't on. Now it's on. So check. Oh, it says I made a mistake. And I see now why. Because if I go pawn here, king here, rook here, king can still escape to here. And black now has mate in 10, so gosh, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Oh, but I got 2 pawns, so I didn't need to do that. I could have just used the pawn in hand. Yeah, I was worried about saving pawns, and I didn't need to be. So the point is, if you ran forward, then I can use the second pawn here, and it's checkmate. Okay, so now I get what I wanted, which is the king going to here, but I made a little bit of an error to begin with. So, this is Crazyhouse. We're going to be doing some Crazyhouse puzzles to those joining us. Welcome to the stream. So let's go on to number 5. And just to check. Oh, I'm streaming up against Andrew Tang. That's not good news. So sorry, Andrew. Does it say puzzles? Just making sure. Crazyhouse puzzle stream. Yay. Okay. Pawn, bishop, and queen. Okay. So I look at this king, and it could run forwards, but then, like a queen here would be mate. Or it could run backwards, and running backwards is the concern. Because then it could find safety. So, okay, my first instinct is queen here, but how do I deal with the king just running back? Oh, I see now. Queen here, king runs back. Rook takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Yes, I see it. Okay. So the point is that when the knight takes the rook, the queen now guards this square. And also this allows a bishop drop on this g7 square. So we're keeping the king trapped. The rook first keeps the king from running back, and then the queen does the job. So it's a nice little sacrifice. So puzzle 6, Schwanet against JK the Bullfrog. Oh, I've seen this one. This is really beautiful. So I'm going to pause and give the stream a chance to catch up. So we're in a very precarious situation because pawn at g7 is coming, potentially taking the rook, so maybe taking the rook to get a knight to keep the checks going, queen coming in. King really has no hope of defending this situation, so we have to get a mate. And the one thing we do have in our favour is that that knight is defended. So any ideas for the first move? So we can't check with the knight, because that's guarded. Can't check with the bishop, the queen will just take back. Okay, no ideas yet. Okay, queen takes rook. And the point is, the king can't take that queen, or rook at g1 is checkmate. But now here's the really tricky part. It's mate in 2. It's not obvious at all. The king can't go here or here. So where's the... and it can't go back. But that's the only square the king can go to. And it's not obvious to see how you could check the king if it got to that square. It could sort of block any diagonal check here. So can you see how to stop the king from getting to that square? So, okay, before the chat bursts into life, I'll have to tell you. Okay, this move stops the king. So if you block, queen takes, pawn is checkmate. Okay, now it's mate in 1. Fortunately, this knight is protected. So, yeah. So it's quite a beautiful maneuver, this whole sequence. Takes, stop the king from running away, and then checkmate. Okay. 7. Oberwesen against Schwanet. Yeah, I'm sorry I'd seen that one before, so it kind of spoils it a little bit. In fact, I've seen all of these before, but it's been a while, and I don't have a memory for these things, so... so this one... what I notice is the knight and queen are lined up on the king. So I'm very tempted by pawn e2. With the idea that if the king runs, we can just start promoting queens. And if the king goes here, we've got discovered checks. So yeah, this looks very powerful. Okay. Oh, and let's think a second. Yes, I think we do this. Why wouldn't you? Okay. Now, I would go bishop here and rook there, but the queen covers. So... maybe knight here. Knight here, but then the king runs. So I'm not entirely sure, but okay, but I've got another queen coming in. So knight here, and I have a second queen coming in, so I think this is going to be too much. He could block, but we can take and then take again. Okay, puzzle 8. This was game 4 between Schwanet and Oberwesen. So what do we have here? We have a white king stranded. This is a beautiful attack from Oberwesen in this case, stopping the king from running back, completely trapping the king, paralyzing it. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen this before and I do remember it. It's really strange. Normally I don't remember these things. But the thing is, this is very, very memorable because you see the king is completely trapped. It's only got one square it can go to. Now, do I remember it fully? So you want to stop it going to this square, so you obviously want to check it along a diagonal. So queen d6 or bishop d6 looks good. He can block here, but I'll just take it. So assume he blocks here. And then any check will mate. But I can't see a check. And I've only got one knight. So I'm... I actually don't see this. I thought I saw it. So queen d6, he blocks. And now I just need a check. Oh, there is a square. Knight here. Right in the centre of the board. 94 says Legion Destroyer. Hi Legion! So I finally managed to fix the standings table because the programming was not right for something. But anyway, it's all fixed now. So yeah, 94. So you want to go queen here just to stop the king running, and then 94. I mean, it's just giving away everything. So this is just to stop the king running away, and then 94 is the finish. What actually happened in the game was, I think Oppa actually played 94 and the king went for a bit of a run and was eventually mated. So it was just a quicker mate. Okay, so Schwanet as black against Oppa Wazen. Yeah, and so just to say to the viewers, Legion is the guy who programmed the whole CWC standings thing, set it all up to begin with. As well, Missy Answers set it up to begin with, but he put all the cool programming in. Hi there, Juggernaut. How do you get Crazyhouse Puzzles on the site? You have to make them yourself. You have to go to studies, and I've made myself not part of this study so that when I make a move it doesn't save it. But you have to press the settings thing next to a position and go practice against the computer. And then that's a puzzle then that you can play against the computer. And if you look on my YouTube, you can find part 1 of this stream, Crazyhouse Puzzles Part 1, and in the links you can find all the puzzles, the practice against computer studies I've created. I've created about 5 of these, about 200 plus puzzles that you can practice against the computer, and then in separate studies I've got the answers with all the variations included. So in this one, I quite like the idea of knight takes rook. That's one idea. Quite like the idea of bishop at g1. Okay, so knight takes rook. This is interesting. Queen takes. I could then either pawn here draws the king out, and then knight here draws the king further out, because if he goes back he gets mated. So, and then bishop here, but then the king could still go here. Ah, but then knight can come in and it's checkmate. Cool that you're going to check them out, but do come back and enjoy the... Okay, so I think knight takes rook is good, just to clear the g3 square, and then we can go in. Check. If he goes back, pawn here, bishop here, and knight here, checkmate. Okay, so this one is Schwanet against Oppa Wazen. And this is Oppa Wazen black to play and mate. Well, I've seen this before. You have like a huge array of material, and you have to use it. So, check. We've got 2 queens, we've got to use them. Okay, I just got to be a little bit concerned. Am I going to get mated? He's only got a bishop in hand. So I'm thinking, I don't really want to give away the queen already. Because then he'll have a queen in hand, and then I'm a bit more nervous. So I'm thinking bishop here. Let's see if that's good. Yeah, the mate goes down by 1, that's good. He's got nothing in hand when I take this. Okay, well now he's finished, because I'm in. Okay, now I'm thinking of pawn here, but I'm slightly concerned the king runs. But then queen here is checkmate. Oh no, the king runs again. Okay, that's the problem. Let's see. This should be very easy. Got so much material. Just trying to work out how to use it. Because if I go knight, the problem is the bishop's covering the knight check. That's why I'm taking a moment. Oh, we could push takes queen here. Bishop. Knight. No, didn't quite work. Okay, any suggestions? Let's see. Pawn, king. Bishop. No. Huh. Maybe a pawn here, simple. King takes pawn, queen. I can see this going to mate eventually, just 'cause I've got the king out in the open. But this doesn't feel like something very quick. Knight. He keeps running. Rook, checkmate. No, he keeps running. What about bishop? But then he runs back. So knight feels good. So pawn here, queen, king. Knight stops him running from running back. He has to run here. Rook, king. Okay, this is not ideal. Queen here. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to have to look later at the real solution. The short solution. Because... Okay, what I need to think is maybe a bishop. Yeah, maybe a bishop. Oh, he makes it very easy for me. So the point was if he goes here, queen here, king here, rook here was checkmate. Okay, but this makes it very easy for me. Just the queen cuts off the diagonal, and the knight can either go here or here. Checkmate. Okay, let's see what the quicker mate was though. So I'm going to get a hint. You get a hint, see best move. Oh, you stop the king from running up completely. And the point is if he blocks, then you use a bishop and a knight to finish it off. Ah, you keep the king trapped. He can block even with the queen, doesn't matter. Bishop here and knight here will finish. So, okay, in this case it's even easier. Pawn and knight. Okay, puzzle 11. Okay, so this is Schwanet against Opperweisen. Schwanet. This is actually the same game as the previous one, but Opperweisen didn't convert, surprisingly, as black. And Schwanet got a miracle comeback as white here, and he actually did execute it pretty perfectly. So what's the idea? Yeah, so what the idea is I really want to take that rook, but I can't because it's not check, and then black's got too much material to kill me with. But if I can distract this pawn, then it will be check. And even like rook here, king takes knight, bishop takes bishop, blocks, takes king here, bishop here. Offer says not this one. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have seen this. Oh, is that not the best? Yeah, that is the best. Yeah. Yeah, not this one. I'm sorry. Okay, how do I finish this off now? I could invade with the queen. Queen invasion. if he takes the knight, how do I finish this off? Rook, king, queen g7 looks right, yeah. So queen g7, but I'm still not seeing the finish. King can either go here or take the knight. Oh, if he takes the knight, we have queen takes pawn, and then queen takes g6. So taking the knight's probably a bad idea. So he'll probably go here, and then we've got a rook to finish. Oh, but we could go queen f6 then. But then he can go back. I'm trying to... okay. Queen here, king here. Where's the finish? Queen here, king here. CXXD4 says, give the link to the study. Sure. And by the way, if you want more, if you check out my YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube, guys. And there you can find part 1 of this video where we did a look for Crazyhouse Puzzles, or just Google on YouTube Crazyhouse Puzzles and add me. And in part 1, if you look at the video description in part 1, you'll get loads of studies. But we're going to work through them. Bishop takes bishop is check. Yeah, exactly. If he takes the knight, bishop takes bishop is check. And also I'll have queen takes here and queen takes g6. So he's definitely going to go here. And now I'm being a bit slow because I can't see how to finish it off. Queen here, knight here. I need like a pawn or something. Because I feel this is right, but king here, then what? I mean, surely it's not queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, king takes, rook here. No, I don't have enough. Okay, I'm going to go with this, even though I'm not seeing it. The computer's being sneaky and I can't see how to finish it off. Maybe just bishop takes bishop. Does that work? No, I don't. That can't work because knight takes f2 is dangerous. If he goes to g5, it's still check. Bishop takes bishop. Okay, any ideas how to finish this off? Oh, the rook! The rook! The rook! Haha, I'm being blind. I'm so sorry. It's rook check. Okay. My goodness. Okay, so I'll go... do I take the bishop or the knight? Let's think. If I take the bishop, he can still go king takes pawn, but then queen here is checkmate, so that looks powerful. Okay, now he's given me material. And we can finish this off quite easily. Oh, it's check. Huh. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, that's still fine. Oh, no, hang on. Where's the mate? Rook here, mate. Okay. Yes. So actually this is a really nice pattern, the fact that bishops... these bishops cut off the king really nicely. Okay, let's do number 12. So what's this? There's 12-teen against Opperwesen. Opperwesen is black. Yeah, I'm afraid Opper's not going to like this one either. I'm sorry, Opper. So what was this one? It was... I don't know if Opper did convert this one. No, he didn't. This is, you see, queen takes queen is so tempting. But this is really hard. This is really hard, this one. I kind of know the first move, but I don't know the continuation. And like, the natural first move is just queen takes queen. And like the king is just in no man's land. White's got no pieces, so... But it's not It's not the mating move. And unfortunately I know the mating move. But it's a tough one. I don't know the continuation, so should I just play the first move? Yeah, okay, I'll just play the first move, which I remember, unfortunately. But let's try and see why that works. Okay. The point was that if the king takes that knight, if the king were to take this, then bishop here check is checkmate. So that's the key idea. So queen takes is forced. And now knight here check is powerful. King here. No, let's see. Knight here check, king can still go here. That's not right. Okay. Okay. What's the mate? Ooh, knight here check. That's the idea. Because if you just take the knight, that opens up my rook, and I get a queen in hand. Maybe that's the idea. But he could just move. But then I can go knight here, and that's mate. So you can't move that way. So knight here, he has to move this way. Ah, but then I've got knight here. But the king can still go here. So I'm not sure. So it's either, yeah, knight here or knight here, but... The problem is knight here, he just runs here. So knight here, so he's going to run here. Okay, now where's the follow-up? Knight here I like, because it stops the king running back. Although you don't. Okay, so knight here, king here, now what? I mean, I can win the queen again for a piece or something, but come on, there must be something more powerful. Oh. So knight here, king here. Maybe knight here, then king comes back. So I don't see how we made progress, but we've got a knight on the board. Okay, we've got a knight on the board sort of controlling everything. But then we haven't really made progress. I mean, a really tempting move in this position is something like just bishop here. If that, I mean, but although some kind of pawn at d7 idea looks scary. So I'm not seeing it. So I'm just gonna play a knight here and see if the number goes down. This is not the way. I'll just play this and this, but I just don't see the follow-up though. No, that's just doesn't look right. Oh, bishop at g7. Oh, that's so clever. That's so clever. Bishop at g2, because when he takes it, then when you go here, he's trapped. So he has to go back here, and then rook takes knight. Genius. Go, 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 Usaruda. Nice one. So now the king is trapped. So if he goes back, he's just getting mated. Rook takes knight, rook takes. Knight takes queen. Okay, this is good now. Just need to finish it off. So we could put the queen on. Or, even stronger, looks like bishop here and queen here. Can't see how he escapes that. Something was wrong. Okay, well, we're going to see what's wrong afterwards. So bishop here, no, maybe that doesn't work. Yeah, the mate count's gone up, but yeah, let's see. Bishop here is very tempting, because then queen here would be checkmate. But bishop here, he can just take the bishop. Still, it feels like there's a mate somewhere there. So let's have a look. Bishop here, I'll go back in a second to see if there's a quicker way, but let's just do this first. Bishop here takes the bishop, then pawn here. If he goes back, he gets mated. Excellent. So he has to take again. Excellent. Bishop here, pawn here, takes. So it's true. It says we've gone wrong, but it feels like we're making progress. That's why I'm kind of quite keen on continuing. Then we could go... It's difficult to take pieces, but we could go pawn here. Oh, but then you can go king takes... He somehow needs another piece. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. And white, meanwhile, has got quite a big army. Okay, I'm gonna see the... Okay, knight here. Okay. Why does that do anything? Okay, I'm still just gonna... Whoa. So you want to force the king to g2. I have to admit, I'm not seeing this at all. He wants to take here. This like real bafflement, as I just don't see why it's doing this. I mean, I can go knight here check, but now the bishop's defending g2. What have I achieved? Pawn here. Pawn here, maybe? Oh, back rank. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, I see it now. God, it took me so long. Yeah, I saw I had a queen, but didn't think of g1. But now it's finished. Yeah, knight here is... yeah, but... Yeah, so drawing the king to g2, that was not something that occurred to me at all, just because I wanted to take the pawn on f3. I mean, to be honest, I was thinking of... In this position, I was thinking of bishop here, and let's see if the count works. Oh, it still works. But then what? I'm gonna get the hint. Then knight here. The point is if he comes back when mating. Just let's see what the answer is. Queen here. Do we take a pawn? Ah, free bishop. Okay, I think I see it now. I think so. Okay, that apparently is not the best. Maybe this is a bit better. With the idea that I can now just take the queen. Yeah. And it's checkmate. Yay. Okay, so let's go back and see. Yeah, queen at g1 was what I missed in this line here. Yeah, queen at g1. Takes and queen at g1. Nice. But going back, wow, that was a really cute idea, bishop at g7. But the mate count actually went up, so let's actually get a hint. See the best move. Okay, knight here. Ah, okay, so I'm going to close down this computer what I was worried about if I did knight there was king here. Oh, so he does take the bishop, but then this is very nice. Knight e2 check, and if he goes to g2, I'm taking the queen with check. So this knight e2 is like intermediate move before taking back the queen. And if he does this, yeah, this is the highlight. Highlight. Checkmate. Okay, so that was a pretty snazzy puzzle. Queen takes knight. So that was one way of doing it, and then the other way was bishop at h4 as a follow-up. No, not bishop at h4. Knight e to f4. And king g3, yeah, this one. Takes here, and here checkmate. Or otherwise we're winning the queen with check. That was difficult to get in lowest moves, yeah, definitely. That was a tough puzzle. So just going back to the very beginning, just out of interest, if I just do this and just do something very natural, queen takes g5, and then just go bishop here, then this is very interesting, because then white has mate, because of the pressure that he has two pieces here. You could go bishop takes e7, but he's just taking it. Did I miss a shorter mate? Queen g takes... Oh yeah, this queen, of course, yeah. Yeah, so you have to be very careful in this position. You kind of basically need a checks all the way. And knight at g2 was also mating, but again, quite complex. Knight g to f4, king goes back. Yeah, knight g6 was essential. So this kind of way of doing things was essential. Followed by bishop at h4. And then the idea of getting the queen with check. Knight e2, get the queen with check. Yeah, this is the key. And of course, yeah, if you get the queen with check, then everything's going to be finished. King h3. Swing the knight back just to... and... Well, let's just do queen at g2 to force either king takes h4 or king takes f4. Bishop at g5. King takes bishop. And just... we can finish off mating with pawns. King takes knight. And g5. Okay, but there was a shorter mate instead of queen at g2. I was just curious. Knight f5. So the knight is... What's the idea of that? We want to go queen here and bishop here, I think. Checkmate. And so if bishop takes, that's what we'll do. And so if king takes... then bishop at g5 check. If king here, it's just getting mated. So he has to take something. King takes g5, but queen at h6 is now mate. Okay. So yeah, although white has mate, although black has mate, it does require accurate play, and this way, yeah, black is still winning with just swapping off queens, because then you can do something like bishop d7, and you're okay. But even though that's a bit risky, it feels risky, but even that's possible. Queen at f4, queen at g4. Okay, let's do the next one. Opperweizen against 12 team. Yeah, so Opperweizen... Oh, I remember this one. So Opperweizen won this game, but there's a mate in 2. so anyone see it. So often in these king chases, it's a good idea to stop the king from running, and here the king can run here, here, here. But there's a very nice way of cutting off that king and preventing it from running anywhere. Pawn cuts it off already. Okay, so that's... Now the king is cut off, it's all over. Just a simple check. Let's checkmate. Okay, chapter 14. Queen d1 and pawn f4. Nice one with vice monsters. Okay, so this is Oppoisen against 12-teen again. So it feels like we just have lots of material here. We just go pawn here. If king takes pawn, knight here, bring the queen in. Got to be a little bit careful because this queen is very near our king and you might be planning stuff like knight at b3 check. Can't be taken because it's pinned. So my hunch is pawn here, knight here, but is it good enough? Yes, because it could be like a light square attack, but what if he just ignored it? Then I've got pawn takes rook, and if he did this, queen here and queen takes rook. So he has to take it. Hi there, Hercules. It's just me today. We're doing puzzles. Because on my stream I sometimes have lots of guests from Discord, and yeah, if you're interested in Crazyhouse and want to like discuss with other members of the community, I'm just going to share the Discord link for those who don't know about it. It's called the House Chess Variants Discord, and I highly recommend it. So in this one, I feel like dropping a pawn here or going knight here. Probably going knight here is fine. If the king runs, maybe I go queen here. If the king tries to run again, maybe just block it, because the bishop's already blocking it partly. But I don't have something on the back rank to get it. So, but I could just probably just go queen takes rook or something at that point. I think I've got enough. But is there a neat way of doing this? Knight here, queen here, king here, block, block. Queen takes rook looks good. Queen takes rook takes bishop. Thing is that he could use a knight to block here. So maybe just pawn. Queen. Boots Randolph. Who's Boots Randolph? So yeah, maybe it's a reference to Alex Randolph. So actually this game, Crazyhouse, was invented by a guy called Alex Randolph in the late 1960s. He spent from 1961 to 1969 in Japan, and while in Japan he learned about shogi, and then he lived the rest of his life, he was an American, but he lived the rest of his life in Venice with his wife. So I'm not seeing the finish. It's either knight here or pawn here, but I'm not kind of seeing it. Should I just play it? The number goes up. Okay. I'll just play what I was thinking. I'm slightly worried about knight though. Okay, this goes pawn. The number goes up and up, so I'm not thrilled. So it's going to be hard now. Yeah, this is going to be hard now. It's not going to work. The mate number just goes up and up. It's funny, it's still mates. There's still a mate somewhere. But somehow I'm not sure if I'm going to find it anymore. Pawn, king here, and how are you going to finish it? If I go bishop here, I'm letting the king out. So I'm a bit worried. Okay, I have to admit I give up this. Oh, at least the number went down that time. So I'm really not giving up because there's still a mate somewhere. I mean, this is crazy, but I'm thinking bishop here, and rook here. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe it does. I don't know. No, okay. So I've just gone terribly wrong. Which takes pawn. I need more material. Okay. So the things just went wrong. Bishop here, check. He blocks. Bishop takes pawn check, because we need pawns. Then we could push. Yeah. Now, maybe just take this pawn. No. E6 pawn is too important. Maybe rook here. So no, that's not good. Okay, I've gone way off. Way off. Oh, I've got a free pawn. So if I go rook here, king here. But I could also just go pawn here, that's simpler. I feel that's more saving. Oh, this is certainly good practice. Rook here, king takes pawn. Knight here. I feel this is enough. No, what am I doing? Win a pawn. My goodness. I need that pawn. Because... Okay, so what's the hint? Pawn here. Okay, and then what's the finish? Oh, just a knight here, checkmate. Nice. Okay, so that's the checkmate then. But okay, let's see what I missed earlier. Going right back to the beginning again. So knight here was not the best move. Bishop. So the point is you have to take the bishop or the queen is landing and taking the rook. So let's just follow through the mate. Rook. Oh, I see it now, yes. The queen and rook are lining up. Queen takes bishop checkmate on the back rank. Okay. Okay, well it's been a pretty short stream today, but I'm going to have to call it a day already. So sorry about that. So do check out the rest of the puzzles in the study. I'll just post the study link. And I'll just also post a link to my YouTube where you can see the first part of this, the first puzzle stream I did about a week ago, and I'll upload this also to YouTube later tonight. So thanks for joining me for some Crazyhouse puzzles. Lots of puzzles here to do, as you can see. It goes all the way up to 64 in this study, full maximum in this study. So have fun with them. Thanks for watching, everyone, and goodbye. So